Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on a very special hop. Actually, there's 3 hops going on with this layout, but this video is special because we are celebrating Miss Helen, and she was able to reach 1,000 subscribers, and this is her celebratory hop for that. And it's also 30 days of sketches, and today is Helen's sketch. So this sketch was created by Helen, and so that's the sketch I'm going to use. It is also the hop called 52 favorite everyday photos. I probably still have that incorrect, but I will have all the links for the playlists down below in the description box, as well as any other information that you need for this hop. Now, Helen's sketch is actually really fun. It's got a lot of fun little elements in it that I really love, and unfortunately I only have 2 photos and they're not the same orientation of her photos on her sketch, but we're going to make this work. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to get started. I've got this bungalow lane. This is what I have left of the collection. So I'm going to pause. We're going to get started, and I will be right back. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is map these photos. I believe I trimmed the larger of the 2 photos down to 3.5 by 5, and of course the other one is a 3 by 4. So I'm going to start by matting this 3.5 by 5 photo, and then I'm going to cut a 3.25 by 4.25 piece of the same scrap for the smaller photo, and then that gets those 2 photos matted so that we can get going. I also know that I'm going to pull out that craft background that has the little white leafy bits on it, and that is going to be my base, but I'm going to do something a tad bit different. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cutter away, my trimmer to the side, because I decided I am going to rip the bottom of my background. You might be going, why are you doing this? What on earth are you doing? What I decided to do is leave the branding strip on the top of this background, tear off the bottom. I'm using my close to my heart mat to make sure that I have this centered, and I'm going to be using this behind the torn layer as an extra piece. So I have a torn bit, and then I have a bunch of color going on. This collection here was actually one of my very favorite collections because it is so colorful and it's fall colors, and I really loved this collection when it came out, and so it's kind of why I don't have a whole lot of it left. I have this square of blueprint that I gutted from a previous layout, and I think it is 10-inch square, and I'm going to cut off a little bit of it here, and then I'm going to use that for the main mat. She has some papers layered up behind her photos, and that is going to be one of my layers. So I'm rubbing the adhesive off the back because I don't know if you caught, I glued down that strip of paper to the bottom of my mat so it'd make it easier for me to put the other bit. So I really wanted to use this sticker. I didn't realize that those hearts in the center of it came up. That made me crazy. So I'm gonna painstakingly put them back on there, but I'm gonna cut one of the hearts off because it's too long, and then I'm gonna sit here and fill those stickers back in the center because I thought it was one piece, and I really wanted the hearts along the bottom, the colorful hearts, because it helps bring all of the papers that I'm using together. It's such a cute little collection. Now, I think by the time this video airs, I will have used almost all of this collection. I don't have anything left except for some ephemera and stickers, so that's kind of fun. I don't know that I even have any scraps left at this point, so I guess I'm going to just start using them with other collections so I can get those used up. I did give the little doggy sticker and the one that says man's best friend to my sister, who came to stay with me for my birthday week, and so that's kind of great that I was able to give her the doggy stickers so they don't get wasted. Now, at first I thought I was going to put 3 strips, but then I was like, oh, you know, she's only got 2 behind the photos, and I will remove one of those in a moment. But I've got the stars, both, and then the crosshatch gingham plaid there that's going to go behind my photos. I'm going to stagger those photos. I'm going to stick in my journaling label so that I have a place for journaling, and then I'm going to begin embellishing this layout. So I do like to make sure when I'm building a layout that I make room for journaling and a title on the layout before I do too much embellishing, because if I don't make room for those 2 items, sometimes I embellish so much that you're not able to get a title on there. So my goal is always to make sure I have room, or to at the very least pre-plan where things are going to go. I have these little bird paper clips from this collection, and I like those at the top of this layout. They're very cute, but I found that they were kind of hard to use, so I got those on there. And I'm going to pull out my color cast design title, and it says Everyday Story. That is going to be my title for this layout. It goes very well with the Hop 52 favorite everyday photos, and of course an everyday story. I like to scrapbook those. I'm going to be bringing in some of the floral pieces now, and I'm going to start with some leafy bits, and the one with the little buds up there at the top I thought was really cute. So down here on the bottom, I'm going to put a couple of flowers. I'm going to try some of the larger leafy bits, but in the end I don't actually use that large leaf there. I think I pull it. I don't think it stays. But I've got 2 flowers there and one up in the corner. I'm going to add a leaf up top as well so that it still goes well. I'm going to try this leafy bit here to kind of differentiate for my photo, give my photo a place to land. I'm going to swap out that flower up at the top because I felt like it was too much of the peachy coral color, and I end up just not using the peachy coral flower at all. I do believe it ends up on another layout. These little puffy stickers, they're mostly buttons and stuff that's left over. I'm going to use a few of these on here just kind of to say that I used them. They're not my favorite part of the collection. I just decided that they just weren't the most practical thing for me. And as you know, puffy stickers of course also have to be glued down with wet glue, because if you don't, then you actually lose them somewhere in your page. So I put down that little flag that said love because I was trying to use up a couple more of the stickers, but that's about it. All right, I got this layout completely finished. I'm pretty happy with the way that this turned out. I love this sketch, was amazing to work with. It's like Helen knows me and she created a layered sketch just for me. Yeah, she likes layers too, and I just want to congratulate her again for getting 1,000 subscribers. That is an amazing accomplishment, and it is well deserved for her. She is one of the best creators out there, so I hope that you guys will all wish her congratulations when you head to her video for today, and just make sure that you check her out. I'll have all of her information linked down there below for you to check out her channel, and I think there is a playlist for her hop as well as a playlist for 30 Days of Sketches. Those will both be listed down below for you to work through and enjoy and be inspired. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.